On Friday, the nomination papers of the next president of India will be filed by the ruling party and also the opposition. What we know till now that in response to the government's move of fielding not just a Dalit nominee for the post of president, in response to that, the opposition is also likely to do the same. So, when a Dalit holds the highest office of the land at a time when Dalit protests and agitations are on in various campuses across the country, Agenda talks to some Dalit students and experts about how this move, even if it's symbolic, how does it make a difference to everyone's lives? Will it impact them? Will it send the positive signal that the government is saying it will definitely send out? We speak to our panelists. Let me just introduce you to them. We have Chandrabhan Prasad, well-known Dalit writer and activist. We also have Doleshwar, who is a member of BAPSA, which is an Ambedkar student organization. Vikas Pandey joins us. He is a social media activist for the Prime Minister and the website I Support Narendra Modi. We also have the president of the Ambedkar Student Association joining us from Hyderabad, Sanak Munna. And we have Jignesh Mevani, who will be joining us, well-known Dalit activist. But before I go to them, first, we'll play out a clip for you of what a Dalit leader, BJP leader, said about having what they thought was a rare and a precedent of sorts in the office of the president. But before I speak to them, some of the students here with us, I wanted to ask you all, I know that you are all very, very active and took part in were volunteers in the UP elections. When you hear that we are going to have the next president also maybe looks likely to be a Dalit president, what does it mean to you? Satyendra.
सबसे पहले तो मैम बाबा साहब बी आर अम्बेडकर को कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद कि आज हम राजनीतिक परिदृश्य में उस जगह खड़े हैं कि जिस समाज के लोगों को कुएं पे पानी भरने के लिए नहीं जाने दिया जाता था, आज भारत की राजनीति की सारी जो मुख्य पार्टियां हैं दलित को भारत के सबसे बड़े भवन में और दूसरी चीज़ भारत के संविधान का जो सबसे बड़ा रखवाला होता है उस पद पे बिठाने के लिए आतुर हो चुकी हैं। अब बात यह है कि मैम आज कल जिस तरीके से दलित राष्ट्रपति के लिए एनडीए ने अपना कैंडिडेट खड़ा किया है, इसको फ्यूचर में देखना बहुत ज़रूरी होगा और उनके पास्ट को भी एनालाइज करना होगा कि उन्होंने दलित या फिर जो डिप्रेस क्लास रहा उसमें बहुजन पूरी बहुजन को मान सकते हैं
जी,
उनके लिए कितना काम किया हुआ है.
Okay, we'll look at all of that in detail in just a bit, but I just wanted to play out for you what one Dalit BJP leader told me about how they see their nomination. Let's just play out for you what Dushyant Gautam, who used to be the chairman of the SC/ST cell in the party, said.
लोग के नारायण को भी दलित कहते रहे हैं, वो ईसाई दलित थे, लेकिन मैं कहता हूं पहली बार देश को भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक प्योर दलित राष्ट्रपति दे रही है, लेकिन ये प्योर सनातनी दलित है, जिनको कहते हैं हिंदू दलित कह सकते हैं, जिनको दलितों की जो पीड़ा होती है, भाई सनातनी दलित जो है वही तो समझता है छुआछूत क्या होती है, अनटचेबिलिटी क्या होती है, किस प्रकार से हमको रोका गया, किस प्रकार से हम प्रताड़ित किया, उनको पता है ना, वो तो उसकी सोच के अनुरूप वो संघर्ष भी कर सकता है, लेकिन वो कैसे कर सकते थे और मीरा कुमार कैसे कर पाएगी, मीरा कुमार को क्या मालूम.
So Dushyant Gautam there saying that in a way Ram Nath Kovind will be a first real Dalit president, not K.R. Narayanan. Chandrabhan Prasad, what do you make of this?
Well, first he is accepting the fact that Christianity has some freedom for Dalits. That's why he is trying to say that K.R. Narayanan Sahab was not a genuine Dalit. And in Sanatan Hindu system,
and this they say because he was married to a Christian. That's why.
Yes.
Okay.
This gentleman does not know that when K.R. Narayanan topped his university in English literature, MA, he had the right by tradition to join the university as a lecturer. Instead, Vice Chancellor offered him a clerical post. He did not attend the ceremony and the British resident asked, where is that topper, that Dalit boy? They said he is missing for some reason. So he doesn't know how much humiliation he faced when he dressed well in one of examinations. You know, the BJP mindset is such that unless a Dalit has been completely brutalized, he is not a Dalit. And they have in their central nervous system, they have an idea of India where past must come back. And this is very dangerous for a nation that wants to become modern and a superpower like America.
Okay, so it's interesting what you're saying. Just to be fair, of course, Dushyant Gautam isn't representative of the entire BJP's views. This is his view as a Dalit leader in the BJP talking about that. But I wanted to ask Vikas Pandey, how do you respond to what Dr. Chandrabhan Prasad is saying? Because it comes also at a time when you have other BJP leaders saying that he wasn't given this post because he's a Dalit, it's because of all the other good things that he's done, all his other merits.
I will bring your attention to something which happened 1 year back. There was a temple named Pankha Pokhri in Uttarakhand which was not allowing Dalits entry. It was BJP MP Tarun Vijay who led Dalit people to the temple, and he was assaulted. He was assaulted so bad that he was fighting for his life. He was hospitalized, his car was damaged. So it is inculcated in our blood as a Swayam Sevak and as a BJP Karyakarta to actually bring equality in all across the spectrum. It is foolishness from his part to actually speak like this. I will tell you, was it under Narendra Modi government after 60 years that we are having a monument for Sri Bhimrao Ambedkar? In 125, his 125 years of celebration was celebrated. So many things were taught. Do you know that there was a theorem called rupees exchange determination theorem which was formed by him?
Okay.
It was done so that Bhimrao Ambedkar's life can be taught as an example for everybody, not just Dalits. What these so-called activists are doing, they are making him as a Dalit icon. But he is not, he is everybody's icon.
Okay.
So it is only BJP which is genuinely trying to make sure that equality comes across the spectrum and it is not playing politics.
Okay, Duleshwar, respond to that, because one of the other things also that was pointed out by another BJP leader I was speaking to was that we have always, BJP's always had, you know, senior, most of our MPs, if you look at the largest number of, which is a fact actually, we went back and checked in the 2014 Lok Sabha, the largest number of ST, SC MPs are from the BJP and in states where there is a BJP stronghold. So it is interesting, and they also pointed out how the first president of a mainstream party was that of the BJP, Bangaru Lakshman, as a Dalit. So how would you respond to what they are saying?
See, there is 2-3 things we need to, when we are talking about the Dalit issue and the Dalit things. First, I want to respond to that with linking with sir, is that when we are talking about Dalit issue and who is not pure Dalit and non-Dalit, or who is pure Dalit and who is not pure, unpure Dalit. See, the thing is that when we are talking about the Ambedkar and quoting Ambedkar, we need to refer that annihilation of caste in India and the what way emancipation. The Baba Sahib is clearly saying, and he is clearly saying that wherever the Hindus converting to other religion, even wherever they are migrating to the abroad, also they are taking their caste. So it is not the things that the Christian Dalit is lesser or the Hindu Dalits are more. They are facing the discrimination.
Right.
Discrimination. And secondly, when we are talking about the government, India government, they are more pro to Dalit, and they are showing that candidate Ram Nath Kovind as the presidential candidate for the coming days. So there are 2-3 things. Which higher post they are giving? If they are talking about the higher post and the highest officer, why they should not give that position of the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh? Why not? They are saying that position, the higher officer position, because the 2-3 things they are showing. One way that they're trying to capture, they're trying to accommodate the Dalit vote bank, one end, and secondly they are giving a position which is the rubber stamp. We know that this is the symbol.
But is it really?
Yeah, let me give an example. Suppose there is the highest position, when we are talking about the president, it is the highest position. I accepted that.
Yeah.
The thing is that when the parliament.
No, but I also gave you that other example. They are saying our party president was a Dalit, and we did it ages ago. you know. So they're saying that, look, we've integrally, and the fact that they said that they have the largest number of MPs as well. And maybe I can bring it Sanaki Munna over here. How do you respond to that? BJP says they are the ones, those instances that were pointed out by Vikas Pandey is something that other BJP leaders are also saying, that they are the ones. In a way, Narendra Modi has paid more tribute, not just by the Bhim app, to Baba Saheb Ambedkar than other leaders, other politicians have done before.
Yeah, like hi to everyone. I am a believer of Ambedkar and Buddha. We believe in equality, liberty, and fraternity. If we see the Dalit emancipation, how it happened, how it took place in India, or even after 70 years of independence, it's just because of Ambedkar. Now every party is owning him because of the vote bank, because of the share, the more population share in Dalit and Muslim and Adivasis. It is not that they want to help them, but showing some face from the Dalit identity, from the Adivasi identity, from the minority identity. It's just a tokenism. It's not just. It is not to help the Dalits, because if we can see, we have seen n number of attacks on Dalits in India after BJP came into power.
Okay.
What happened in Rohit Vemla issue? There was no justice. What happened in Una? There was no justice. And where was this Ram Nath Kovind? Being a Dalit, he would have responded. And we don't want to see a Dalit, a leader or a president who can be a mom for all the issues, and for every 100 years there will be one president to show a face, and there will be another president from the political party like BJP now for 125th celebration, and there will be another after 150 years of birth celebration of Ambedkar. And we don't want to see this hypocritic nature of political parties. We want any individual, any officer, and that should be served equally, because we believed in equality and liberty, fraternity.
Okay.
And I was seeing Modi's tweet. He was saying that I am sure Sri Ram Nath Kovind will make an exceptional president and continues to be a strong voice for the poor. I would like to ask, where was this Kovindu when all over India the women and children and Dalits and Muslims were beaten up? There was no voice from him, being a Dalit leader. He will be a president, but not for Dalits. He will be a president for BJP, not for us, and not for the nation.
Do you want to
this
respond
is,
to
this
that?
Is the attitude.
Okay, you made your point. Let me just let Vikas Pandey respond to it. Yeah, go ahead.
Where was our respected sir who is speaking here, that there were eight Dalit students who committed suicide in last 10 years from Hyderabad University. There were no such fuss because it was Congress government. Second, he was an OBC. Third thing, he must be really pained right now hearing all this. His name is being milked all the time. Let me repeat my thing.
No, which part of
no,
it is
no,
he
no,
lying,
no,
sir?
no. Let
He
me
says you are
tell
OBC.
you complete my thing. Let me complete it.
He's lying.
Let me complete it. And he is
No, Vikas Pandey,
clearly
it has
said,
been
he clearly said,
established-
don't use
it
my
has been
name.
established-
These
Suicide letter.
Pandays are trained into
No, Vikas,
lying.
Okay, we've established that NDTV and everybody else has reported Rohit Vemula as a Dalit student. So, okay, let's move on from that other point. Yeah,
What
go
was
ahead,
written in his
Vikas.
suicide letter? What was the reason of his suicide? What was the reason of his suicide? He said that it is he should not
Let's
be
not
blamed.
digress.
His suicide
That's
should not
it.
be
Okay,
blamed
that's
for any other
okay.
reason.
We're not
but
arguing about
no,
his
it is not
class
digressing.
status.
It is actually because
Tell
he
me,
took.
no,
It
no,
is
no.
because it is because his name is being used. And Una, all right. In Una, as soon as the beating happened, 4 policemen were suspended. 1
Right.
lakh rupees was given to each of them. I don't think it was reported anywhere. All right, since because he named those 2 incidents, I'm responding to
Okay.
that. It is just one side blabbering. I don't like that.